Hi there, I'm Natalie, and this is the place to be if you want to be excited about work every morning. You're feeling bored right now, burnt out, every day is pretty much the same, you're frustrated, anxious on a regular basis, and you're ready to snap at somebody, sounding like someone you know. Well, there is good news. In this video, we will cover 3 things that you can do right now to get yourself out of the situation and into a better one fast. So stay tuned. First, I want you to know that this frustration is a gift. You can be thankful for that right now. I know it's hard to believe, and you're probably looking at me like, what? But the frustration and the feelings of anxiety are trying to tell you something. They're saying, hey, I need you to move your cute little butt out of this situation because you're meant for more than this. And deep down, you know it. In this post, we're going to talk about 3 tangible things that you can do right away to start moving away from the situation and towards where you want to go, even if you don't know what that is yet. So, where to start? Take decisive action. When I was in this situation, I kept going back and forth. This is what it sounded like in my head. It's okay, I can handle it today. It doesn't seem so bad today. Or, it's okay, today will be an easy day since we're having that birthday party after lunch and there's going to be cake. Or, it's okay, my boss isn't in today. I can definitely handle a few more days. I would put off doing anything about it because doing something about it seems freaking scary, doesn't it? Uncomfortable and hellish. I hear ya. But look at it this way. Do you want to live with a toothache for the rest of your life? Or do you want to just pull out the tooth? It may not feel good in the moment to pull out the tooth, but it does afterwards. Sometimes your fear is a great indicator of exactly where you need to go. You don't want to look for another job, reach out to that person you know could help you, or go to that interview because what if you bomb it? Do it afraid. You don't get rid of the fear. When you do it afraid, you build that confidence, and every single time you do something, the reward is greater and greater. Change is scary, and change can feel like hell. To change is hell. To not change is also hell. However, to not change is a slow death and starvation, but to change is the hero's journey. So you've decided you want to take the hero's journey. That's what I would do. Good, I'm glad to hear it. It's like when I was stuck in a bad marriage. To say that was hell, but to leave was also hell. Slow death or hero's journey. You choose. 2. Figure out this one thing first. Have you identified some needs or some pain points that you want to alleviate? Something that you can do something about. So all businesses, all roles, and all successful people are meeting a need or solving a problem or a pain point in some way in business. It's a universal truth. It's how the world works. So for example, here are some clear pain points that professionals solve. 1, a payroll clerk. This person makes sure everyone gets paid properly, on time, the right amount. This is a huge pain point. If it doesn't happen right, imagine having a terribly inefficient payroll clerk in an office. Huge pain point. A mechanical engineer. They ensure that the building is structurally and mechanically sound. Imagine if this person was bad at their job or didn't know what they were doing. Administrative assistant. Prepares the executives for important meetings. Imagine if that executive is left looking down at a blank sheet of paper because the person he counted on failed him in an important meeting. So each of these pain points that I've mentioned is, if it's not solved well, efficiently with love, has a very real consequence. Some pain points will appeal to you, and for some you'll be thinking, yeah, right, why can't they just do that themselves? Or why can't they find someone else to do that for them? For others, you'll be thinking, yeah, I could totally do that, or that is what I do, and I'm proud of it. So if you have trouble thinking about what pain points or problems you want to solve, then you can start by making a list of the ones you don't want to solve. So you can think of it as, I never want to do bookkeeping spreadsheets again. Never am I going to take a job where I'm going to be doing accounting. Or you might be thinking, I never want to be in customer service or in a customer service centric role again. That is not me. Or who cares if there's no food in the fridge? Can't they just go out and get food themselves? Or who cares if the computer mouse breaks? They should fix it themselves. So if you have any of these thoughts, you probably shouldn't be an admin assistant or a support person or anything like that, but you'll know what you're moving away from so you can move towards. So some questions here to help you are, what were you doing when you felt most successful? What were you doing when you led your greatest successful project or task? What role did you play? Number 3, let's talk about the fear for a second. One thing I want you to remember is that everyone is afraid. The most successful CEOs you can think of are terrified that the next decision they're going to make isn't going to be the right one. Or the most successful boss you've ever had is scared because when you're in one of those positions, you never know what the right decision is. Bill Gates is afraid. Obama is afraid. And my dad is afraid. Everyone gets afraid of their decisions not being 100% right because nobody knows what 100% right is before you do it. The thing is that the possibility for greatness and embarrassment are both in the same place. You can't do anything great if you're not willing to put your butt on the line, get embarrassed, and get uncomfortable. So even making this video right now, when I first started making these videos, I was terrible. Most people don't care if you fail. The Facebook profile that everyone looks at the most is their own. A person's favorite thing to hear is their own name. People don't have time to care that much about if you succeed or not. They're too busy focusing on their own lives. The person who failed is not the person who went to the interview and bombed it. The real person who failed is the person who never tried. The person who never showed up to the interview in the first place because they were afraid they were going to bomb it. So they stayed on the couch eating ice cream. You have to fail. You have to go through the process. And as Seth Godin says, failure counts as done. There is always something to be said, finishing something. And most people don't finish what they start. So this is a journey and it's got steps. How to take it literally one step at a time. That's number 4. We're going to talk about that now. So let's say you've decided you want to take the leap. You're going to take decisive action. For example, let's say you're a plumber who wants to become a programmer. This is an incredibly overwhelming move, right? Just thinking about it probably makes you want to lie down in the road, especially if you have no programming background or experience and you're starting from scratch. So the way to tackle these types of goals is to break them down into smaller steps. So the first step in this case might look like this. What is one thing you can do if that's what you really want? And B is to move towards it. So, for example, my first goal, small goal, would be to reach out to somebody who is a programmer and who could tell me their journey to get there, and then talk to several. The more the better. I have scripts in my free guide, which you can download in the link below. You can use to reach out to anyone. So from that, you can springboard, start the process, and start to put the pieces together and the steps you need to take or not take to get to where you want to go. Always, the more people you can talk to, the better. There is really one inspiring article on a guy who successfully made the exact change from plumber to programmer. I will put the link to that in the comments below. And if you're in the position right now where you want to change careers, but you're scared, know that it is a gift. You are someone who knows in your gut you're meant for more, and you're not letting yourself settle for less. So own it, embrace it, and start taking decisive action. You're one of the few people in the world who's meant to live a truly extraordinary life. And there you have it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You won't hurt my feelings. And click the link below to get the free guide. This is called the Definitive Guide to Setting Up Coffee Chats That Lead to Job Offers. In the guide, you'll learn how to reach out to strangers who can help you without being needy, desperate, or salesy. You will learn how to get introductions to important people who can help you move forward in your career. You'll learn how to turn a one-time chat into a long-term career advancing relationship. And you'll learn how to follow up effectively after the coffee chat or phone call. You're also going to learn how to get important people to forward your resume or help you with getting a job interview. And I think most importantly, you're going to learn how to find almost anyone's email address. So you can get that right now by clicking the link below to get instant access to the guide, and I will see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. See you next time. I want to show them your haircut. My dog just got a haircut and she's a bit shy because my husband said she looks like Ratzilla, but she doesn't like that. Come here, come here, come here. Well, you can see her face now. She doesn't look the cutest, but she still looks pretty cute. Say hi, Carly. Okay, Carly's going back now to her bed. Bye.